Well, hello again. This is Carrie with Traveling Without Borders. Let's do a food diary this week. And Malia. Let's do a food diary this week. My face is not, it is like blurry. I don't know what's going on. I think it might be the lighting. I'm sorry about that. Alright, so let's do a food diary. We do mainly low carb, and this is just going to be for suppers. We do mainly low carb suppers. And I will show you what's on the menu for this week. And this is day one, so let's get started. Okay, I hope this isn't blurry. All right, day two. I actually forgot to record yesterday, so we had something really good too, and yeah. Okay, so today I'm doing a cabbage lasagna. So I'm just getting all the cabbage leaves broke up. I already have the meat. Okay, I should just buy tomato sauce, and because I'm going to add stuff to it anyway, so I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just making a layer of the cabbage, and then we're going to put a layer of the meat sauce. Let's see if we can do this. This is my first time doing this, so y'all get to be my guinea pigs. All right, so we're just gonna make it, and it ended up making a lot spaghetti sauce, and so I'm thinking I might actually freeze part of this. It just depends on how much it makes, because my husband needs lunch for tomorrow too, and actually I guess he could take it for the next couple of days. So we'll probably just go ahead and do it as long as it'll fit in just a good handful of that finished it off. And the oven is preheated to 350, so I'm just going to get this in the oven, and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, here it is all plated. Got Malia, her little plate over there. It looks really good, and so we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, day three. I have forgot to film 1 or 2 days, and then, yeah, one day we had leftovers. I don't know, but it's been a mess. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to get used to the whole vlogging thing and everything. Haven't been very good at it. Okay, so today we are making it's supposed to be a chicken, like a loaded chicken potato bake. I don't have chicken. We don't eat potatoes. Unless it's mashed potatoes, and me and Malia only eat it. So, I used the chicken yesterday, my last chicken. And so we're just going to use ground beef, and we're going to replace the potatoes with cauliflower, because that's what we always do. Okay, so I am going to show you what I'm doing. Right now I am just cutting up a whole package of bacon, and I'm fixing to fry it all together, because whatever I don't use tonight, then I'll use for something else. I don't know. Okay, got my handy dandy favorite spoon turner thing, and got the bacon in here. Does anybody else love the smell of bacon? Like, if I'm cooking, well, I guess really if I'm cooking anything, there's a lot of time while I'm not cooking, I'll have my diffuser going, but when I start cooking, I'll turn my diffuser off, because I'd rather have the smell of food. That's kind of sad. Alright, so that's going to take a few minutes to get halfway crispy. Okay, we got the bacon done. Like I said, it's not like some pieces are crispier than others. That's pretty perfect. And I got the hamburger meat in here. I'm gonna fry it up. If you do not keep your bacon grease, you are missing out. I have a little bacon grease holder over there, and I always pour my bacon grease in it. I put it in my gravy, like if I'm making gravy, like biscuits and gravy, I put it in my green beans. There's a lot of different things that you can use bacon grease for, and it'll give it just a great, just a great bacon flavor. Not like super strong or anything, but anyway, it's really good. Okay, here it is. It's ranch dressing, ground beef, cauliflower, bacon, cheese, and chives. I think that's all I put in it. And it's usually supposed to be baked in the oven with cheese on top of it, you know, looking all pretty. But I just put it in the pot like I do most of my casserole things. So it's just quicker for me to just do it like that. And it actually took all of that bacon. That whole package of bacon only ended up being about 1.5 cups of bacon, and it called for a cup. So, alright, so this is what we're having on night 3. Supper tonight. We are having smothered steak tonight. So I got some cube steak. You've seen that in the last video haul. And tonight we're having the cube steak, or the smothered steak. So let me turn you around. Okay, so I am frying them now. I just bathed them in some flour. My husband, like I've said so many times, he's low carb. He has his weaknesses. And he eats what he wants to eat, basically, but he tries his best to, you know, stick to that. However, he will eat these, and he will eat fried, let's say chicken fried steak, and he will eat, I don't know, more nuts than what he's supposed to. Okay, so I don't need no low carb police on me, okay? Alright, so we are going to fry these up. Those two in the back are almost done. I just put this one in not too long ago. And then I'm going to take these out and make some brown gravy and put these back in here with some onion. And just kind of let it simmer for 20-ish minutes or however long I can until my husband gets home. And so we're going to do that. We are going to have some vegetables with that I haven't figured out yet, but I will show you when I get there. Okay, so I got some frozen cauliflower in the pot back there with a teeny tiny bit of water just so it will steam. I'm going to put the lid on it. And we're going to get that super, super soft so we can make some cauliflower mash. It's going to be a little bit more complicated because all I have is like a bullet, which is a small food processor, not really a food processor, I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'll show it to you. But if you had a big like blender or whatever, yeah, blender, that's what I'm talking about, a small one. But if you have a normal size blender, it'd probably be a little easier, but we'll see how that goes. But it'll still get the job done. Got the other two steaks out, gonna let that one finish cooking, and then we'll bring you back. Okay, making some, I guess, homemade gravy now. I put some flour in it, actually, the leftover flour that I used to, like, flip-flop the steaks in, the cube steaks in. I poured in here because I don't like, you know, to waste it, and, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it other than you don't need to use it for anything else other than gravy, so. Okay, so the canola oil that was in the bottom of this, I just used it. I am going to let this brown for a little bit, and then all I'm going to do is add some water and some beef, better than beef bouillon in this, and it's going to be what we use for our gravy. I'm going to pour in some water and get this all stirred up real good so so it don't all clump up on me, and then I'll get the bouillon in. Okay, this is exactly how you make your country gravy. They're like white, like biscuit and gravy kind of gravy. The only thing different is you're going to want to use milk instead of all water. You can use half and half of water and milk. I do that a lot. Turns out just fine. The grease that you use, is best if you use your breakfast meat, like your breakfast sausage or your bacon, that is the best grease for your breakfast gravy because it gives it a real nice flavor. Okay, so I'm gonna put about I don't know, that's probably about a teaspoon, half a tablespoon of the Better Than bouillon in there, and I'm gonna show that to you. This is the best. They have beef, chicken, and vegetable. And it has such a good flavor. It is very salty though, so you just have to be careful how much salt that you add to whatever you're putting it in. I put it in my soups, like my vegetable beef soup. I put it, when I was making chicken and dumplings, I would put it in that to give it more of a flavor. But you see there, it's turning your brown gravy color. So anyway, back to country gravy. All right, so you're just going to add your milk instead of the water. So much water anyway. Now, however, you can just use water and it turns out fine. Don't forget your salt and your pepper. In fact, I'm going to have to pepper it. I'm going to wait to salt it until after I make sure that's enough of the chicken bouillon or the beef bouillon. I got the onion in there. You need to add more water to this than you normally would to just make regular gravy to put like on the side, because all of this is going to cook in there. This onion's really bad, but I am glad that I had it because if you remember, I only bought the minced onion this time. So that's the last onion I've got. Oh my goodness, my eyes. Okay, so I'm fixing to put the meat back in there. And so you want the extra gravy, or the extra, it to be extra watery, so everything can kind of just like slather together. And we are just going to let this simmer for as long as possible, really. And then I cut the onions a little thick. You see that? Because if you let it simmer, or they could actually like basically simmer away, and it could just end up being mush. So we cut them a little thick. So everything is in there. I have actually not, let's see. Yep, as of right now, that's enough salt. I don't know. We'll probably have to add some more to it actually. But now I done got everything in there. So we'll have to salt it later. We'll just kind of let everything kind of sit and see what happens with the whole salt thing. Okay, so this is the bullet I have, and the thing's dirty. The top of it is probably about as big as this cup. So I had to do it in two separate things, batches, and it was a 16-ounce bag. And this is what it made. And I put a little bit of cream cheese in each one and a little bit of butter in each one, because I was going to put butter in it anyway. And I heard that the cream cheese, it helped it, like cream up in the blender. Look at that. That is like almost legit like mashed potato texture. This is even more it's creamier than the stuff that I buy. So I mean, that looks really nice. We will definitely keep using that. I'm just going to put some salt and pepper in it. It's already got its butter. That's all I do to my mashed potatoes when I make them. And yeah, so that's going to be one of our sides. I'm fixing to get the green beans going, and they'll probably simmer until he gets home. Okay, this is going to be frozen because obviously they were frozen. So nothing's going to melt or anything. I just wanted to show you. I put about a tablespoon of bacon grease in it, and then salt and pepper, of course, to taste. And there'll be some really good green beans. Here it is done, and the gravy did thicken up, if you can tell. It's not like super thick. We're gonna, and the reason why there's so much is because we'll put it on our cube steaks and on our mashed cauliflower like you would mashed potatoes. There are the green beans. I have not tasted them to see if I have enough salt in them. A lot of times I won't put, or I'll let the water cook out, but I'm pretty sure I just heard my husband pull up. So, but yeah, this is what we're having for tonight. Smothered steak with cube steak, green beans, and
don't you know?
Day number 5. I did not show you how to make the taco meat because I figured you knew how. So, this is what we're eating day 5. This is my honey's food. Always do a dollop of daisy. Sorry, that's what I thought of when I did that. So it's just lettuce, taco meat, tomatoes, avocado, black olives, sour cream, salsa, and lime juice. I think that's it. And so me and Malia, we are going to eat the same thing, except all of it, whatever we want anyway, will be on Doritos instead. And we will eat it that way. And I am going to close out this dinner, Diaries. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.